Alright, we're back, we're back. This is it, this is the final one. Nurse, Gearman, Moon Presence, and then we're done. This video might be very short. It might, it might actually just be like 10 minutes. We'll see though. I have forgotten practically everything with these last 3 bosses. I mean, Nurse, not so much. I remember kind of like how to no-hit her, which it looks pretty boring. But Gearman and Moon Presence, especially Moon Presence. Gearman, fuck, I don't remember Gearman at all either. Actually, this might be a lot longer than I thought it would be. Holy shit, I feel, god damn it, bro. I keep forgetting to turn the mod off for the FPS, or no FPS, for the cutscenes. They just make him go by so quick. This is basically the strat, though. This is the no-hit strat. I mean, it's consistent, right? You could get behind her here, but you could end up getting hit. She's super cool. But if you were going for a no-hit, this is all you would do. You ready for her to do kind of like a spin? Oh, this isn't bad either. Oh, here we go. Okay, I don't really remember this. Is she supposed to be doing this early? I don't think so. That's the spin I was talking about. I don't think she's supposed to be doing this early. There it is. Oh. She's fine. She's fine. She's just a little sad. Virgo, what's wrong with you? There you go. That's the attack. Don't worry, I'm gonna reset her. I'm just trying to remember shit. I don't want her. I don't want to kill her when she's blue. I swear that had a hitbox, or is that Gearman? I think that's Gearman who has a hitbox on that. Okay, I said I don't remember Murgo at all. I perfectly remember her. That's insane, dude. That is... You know, I pat myself on the back. Because it has been a long while since I've played this game. I'm just gonna die here. I don't want to kill her. And to still be able to remember movesets like that? Holy shit. I wonder if that Murgo turning blue thing might be a mod I need to download. Again, man, the people who are emulating and modding this game, legends. Every time I've ran into a problem, I just go on Nexus or check the patches in the Bloodborne launcher. And sure enough, there it is. I swear this has a hitbox. Am I crazy? Where is it where she spawns in multiple things of her? Do I think you want to stay behind when she's in this? But when she spawns in like duplicates, what is that? There it is. I knew she's pulled. Okay, so this is the one thing I'm Is it just kind of run simulator? And then try and dodge? Nah. I know there's like tech to stop it. Actually, you know what? Kind of just running on this wall is perfect. She spawns in the wall. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's consistent. Okay, nah, it's not consistent. I wonder what else I could do. So my only thought is I could maybe posture break her. Just maybe. I don't think I can. I keep remembering, like, I don't know why I remember dodging when she goes into her, like, that shadow phase. I would dodge whatever she would do. I don't know why I keep remembering that. I'll just like spam dodge. No? I wonder if it's like an invisible hitbox that I have to dodge. But what am I dodging? Is it like the black mist that comes out? I'm going solely based off of a memory. Like 4 years ago, dude. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure if I go to the right over here, she just stops doing that. Yeah. Okay, here we go. There. Okay, yeah. Wow. That's insane that I remember that. So I'm dodging kind of the mist. I see. Why does killing Murdo make the baby stop crying? I just noticed that. Alright. Last two. Fucking Gehrman.
Good hunter, dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gehrman awaits you at the foot of the great tree.
I do skill.
Farewell, good. May you find.
Honestly, I probably should have bought bullets. If I'm gonna be sitting here and trying to learn his moveset again, I should have brought bullets. He's what Radagon and Elden Beast should have been. Easily. Easily. You fight Gehrman, end the game. But if you do a little secret thing, you fight Moon Presence too. That's how Radagon and Elden Beast should have been. It would have been perfect, giving you the choice to fight Elden Beast. Because Elden Beast isn't a bad boss, it's just you're forced to fight him. You know, let's have 3 umbilical cords. Or let's have 4. Let's eat a 4th umbilical cord. This arena is so cool though. All the arenas in this game are just so good. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to him to get the Moon Presence thing. So I'm just gonna hit him just in case I fuck up. So, sorry, Gehrman.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
I keep forgetting to turn the fucking mod off, man. Okay, I forget. I do remember usually locked on for this fight. How the fuck did I do this? Oh, that's not good. Okay, this is the phase that I don't remember a lot. I know on the roll he could do an attack. Down right there, I parry. No. Yup. Not that one. Oh, I swear. Do I not parry that one? The roll, I used to just shoot. But I know he can. He sometimes doesn't do the attack after he rolls. 3R2 here. Never mind, I was too late on that. Holy shit. Or is it right here? No, that's right. That's right, yeah. Did you hear this music? Come on, man. Fucking Christ, dude. They dropped a banger and said we're not touching it ever again. His scythe form I remember the most. I would run in there instead of dodging. I think. So I don't remember rolling that attack. Okay, here we go. I swear I used to parry that. did I used to parry on that attack? Yeah, that's where I would shoot on the roll, but he could sometimes just straight up not do that. Right there, that's where I would shoot. Ah! I got it, I got it, I got it. Holy shit. Roll the right. I'm trying to remember how to dodge when he jumps in the sky with the scythe. Not this one. It's in his phase 2. Also, I gotta learn how to parry that. I think when he swings... We'll see, we'll see. Switch to your scythe. Oh no, that's not fast enough at all. Just gotta dodge it then. Okay. Let's see. Go into the sky real quick, buddy. Do me a solid. There we go. Okay, how do I dodge this? Is there a way of dodging it? What are we talking about? There's got to be a way of dodging that. Because I think it tracks. Oh, fuck, man. It's like the one attack that I hate from this guy. Because, again, I'm 90% sure it tracks. I think it tracks, like, a fuck ton. And that's why it's so hard to dodge. Maybe... what I do is... I, like, run? Try that. Jump in the air, please. Jump in the air. I wanna try like running away and like backwards. That's an easy parry, but I'm not going to. Come on. I don't want to waste bullets. Here we go. Okay. Run away. Wait. Am I crazy or that just worked? Does running backwards just work on that? Or is that pure luck? Okay, let's test. Damn! Let's test that again. Let's test that again. I mean, if we're about to no-hit him, I'll just kill him off. Honestly. Because I could always just test that later. Okay. So just running away works. Cool. Alright. I'll die for it. Let's get a no-hit. Might as well. I don't know this guy at all, and oh, we're cooked. I don't remember Moon Presence at all. Like, what did I used to do? Because he has an attack that's like a charge, and his whole body becomes a hitbox. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. His arms all have a hit, all those tents, everything. It's so bad. And we got the Gehrman no hit off. That's for the Moon Presence. Man, what a game. What a game. Two good final bosses. Bloodborne is just... It's too good. It's too good. It's too good. Just way too good. We've beat every boss now. We've done practically everything that we can. Let's just end the night.
Welcome. What is it? Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
Wow, man. Holy shit. Being able to play this in the resolution that I can, in the FPS that I can, with barely any, like, there are still things that I'm like working out with this emulator. I'm trying to get it to as perfect as it can be. And I think I have it in a pretty good state. But there's still some like mods that I'm tweaking around with. I really want my cutscenes not to be fast forward like that, so I'm trying to figure out how I could do that without running into troubles. Oh my god, this music. I've also noticed some crashing. But to be fair, the reason that it's... Like, if you want it to look as good as I have it, you're gonna run into problems. And I've been just going to work at this emulator. Not me personally, I don't work on the emulator. I'm just talking about, like, finding the right mods, finding the right patches, doing everything I can to make it as stable. Because, again, the more FPS you go up, the more resolution you go up, the more troubles you will run into. So just kind of like ironing all that out. I've cut out a lot of like the crashing and stuff like that. Like, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but man, is it good. Man, is it good. I personally, I have no idea. Like, I say Bloodborne's my favorite of all of them, but I have no idea, honestly. I think each game has its own kind of power. It has its own good standing. Like, Bloodborne has one of the best atmospheres FromSoft's ever made. And it has some consistent bosses. I mean, we'll do a tier list after this, so I could, you know, talk more about like Bloodborne and stuff, but it has consistent bosses, but not... It's not perfect with its bosses. A lot of them are kind of just... We'll get into that. Well, again, we'll get into that into the tier list. But the atmosphere, the story, the look, the feel, I enjoy this a little bit more. Nah, I don't know. I really do like Elden Ring's... It just all comes down to boss, man. It all comes down to kind of how the bosses are. With movement. Because, as you notice, the way to like no-hit a lot of these bosses, or the most consistent way to dodge a lot of things, is kind of just sitting back and baiting out a lot of attacks. And you can say, well, you could go in there and you can lock on and you can attack, which is how the game is built around. That's all this game wants you to do, is lock on, get in there, screaming. They want you to get hit, so you could use the mechanic that they have built into the game so that you can get your health back. A lot of that is built around that. But if you just don't want to get hit, you have to do a lot of what I did of baiting out certain things, because there is a lot of punish windows with bosses where you can't get in there. You just can't. Or you, again, they built it around of you getting hit. It's all about aggression and fighting, getting hit, then regenning your health by just being as aggressive as you can. But like back to what I was saying with like the movement in this game is really fun, but if you want to do like no hits, it removes that. Like the quick dodging you hardly do. And like compare it to Elden Ring or Dark Souls. Like locking on is never, it's never a good way of fighting a boss, especially in no hits. It's never a good way. It might be just a subjective thing, but from what I've learned after like no hitting a lot of these games and doing a lot of runs, is locking on is just horrible for you. You lose a lot of freedom in your movement, and you're less precise with it too. Because there are times in like Elden Ring or something where you have to slow walk, or you have to crouch and slow walk, or you have to be at a certain distance and jump. You have to be very precise with a lot of things you do. But this one you can't really do that because you're staying so far back so you don't get punished with some of the attacks the bosses will do. Because if you try and go in, like say if you try and go with Nurse, she has some switch ups that she can do where it will just straight up roll catch you. You know, let's just get to the tier list. Let's get to the tier list because I'm just gonna end up talking for way too long. We end up talking for way too long. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. I couldn't find a good tier list. I mean, this one's pretty good, but it like also has cut bosses. You know what? I don't doubt I could do, because some of the cut boss. Holy shit! Since on PC now, I bet there's like modders that allows you to fight some of the cut bosses. They're probably not. Obviously, they're not fully established bosses with movesets and stuff. Probably could, but we're not gonna do chalice dungeons. I mean, I'm not a fan of chalice dungeons. But let's just get into it. Let's just get into it as I talk about it. Gascoigne, goated. I think Gascoigne is a perfect starter boss because you could either fight Gascoigne or Cleric Beast. They both go up. Is DLC in here too? DLC is in here too. Having both of them as your first boss, you could choose wherever you want to go. I think is awesome. He's optional. He's not. Since he's not, I think he should go a little higher because if you have a main boss and it's a good boss, that's a leagues better. Like that's more of an accomplishment than having like an optional good boss. Mainly because if you're playing the main game and you want to progress to the main game, it sucks going through like a shit boss. And Bloodborne has those, but every FromSoft game has those. But again, like what I was saying previously, with each game has its own like power or its own pillar that's like very strong on. Bloodborne with its atmosphere. I think DS3 has the most consistent bosses. You start off with like some pretty mediocre ones. I mean, Gundyr is really good. Gundyr is a fantastic first boss. And then Vort, fantastic. And then you just get spilled into, what's her name? The Witch, Deacons, the Tree. Tree's optional, so that's not bad. And Abyss Watchers. Abyss Watchers aren't bad either, but it's like, first phase sucks. If it was just second phase, it'd be fun, but first phase sucks. But then after that, it's peak onward. So I put Gascoigne. I think he deserves to be an S. I think Cleric deserves to be an A. Even though I think I might. Nah. I like both of them. I think Gascoigne is just a little bit better. Bloodstarved Beast. He's also another optional one. He's not bad. I think he's gonna be a really good B contender. Might be C. Because we need a gatekeeper. We need a gatekeeper for these tier lists. Vicar Amelia. She might be my favorite boss out of all FromSoft games. And it's like her moveset is fun. But she's the one boss that I don't really care moveset wise. I think everyone has it in FromSoft where it's like, I don't give a fuck about their moveset. Everything about them is cool. It's just Vicar also has a good moveset. Everything about Vicar Amelia is sick to me. Her character, her story, her design. song, atmosphere, her boss arena. I love it. But her just also having a good moveset is it's more than lovely. She might be the top. Probably not. Shadows, you know what? This is for Bloodborne. This isn't for every FromSoft game. If this was for every FromSoft game, he would be like C or D tier. But for Bloodborne alone, and the fact that he's a trio boss fight, and it's not even that bad of a trio boss fight, I think he's just like a good top C tier. If this was all FromSoft games, he would be like low C into almost like high D. But for a trio boss fight, he's not bad at all. It's gonna sound crazy. I would rather fight Shadows than Rom. Rom is just boring. He's just boring. With Rom, like, he's just too boring. You know, it's not that he's like simple. Simple's good. You know what I mean? He's not simple. He's just boring. Like, you try and think of him as like a gimmick fight. He's not even really a gimmick fight. He's boring. He's boring. He's really boring. And Shadows has a little bit more, it's a little bit more fun to fight. On the level of like annoyance to fight, I would still have Rom lower than Shadows. Like a casual playthrough, I'm trying to think. Like if this is my first, even on my first playthrough, like I would rather have fought Shadows than Rom. He's just boring. They're really cool looking. Oh my god, their arena, fantastic. But it sucks. You know you made something pretty shit when you have like a really cool arena and you just kind of go, damn, I wish something else was in here. Yeah, I don't think you should, as a player, should be saying that. Rom is he's just way too boring. Is this Pearl? I'm gonna guess that is Pearl. Pearl is an A tier. The problem with this game is also a plus with this game. Its limb breaking is a really cool mechanic, but it's kind of with Elden Ring, where the posture breaking, they just needed a little bit more posture, because it's a really cool mechanic. But since every limb breaks in 3 hits, you could end up just like Vicar Amelia, just if you know how to fight her, and you could say, well, that's like the game rewarding the player. If you know how to fight her, just break all her limbs. And it's like, yeah, but it just makes every boss look laughable when they have limb breaking, because they never get anything off. So you just go in and you break all their limbs and they can't do anything but sit there and watch you do it. It's a plus and it's a negative. It's a plus because it's a cool mechanic, but I think they just needed a little bit, I don't know what it is, if there's numbers correlated to it, a little more oomph in their limbs. So when you break them, it's not in 3 hits, it's more in maybe like 4. Because Dark Beast Pearl, again, cool moveset, it's an optional boss, really cool look, atmosphere song. Its arena's okay, but you get to her, and sometimes you can end up getting her to really late. Your damage is insane, you break her limbs, and then they're just dead in like 30 seconds. Because you just hit her limbs. So it's a plus, it's a negative, because the limb breaking is a little too strong. Just needs to be tweaked down a bit. But obviously they're... surely they're gonna tweak it, right? Amygdala... I don't know, B tier? Maybe like C? Not that cool. Their look, their lore, everything about them is cool. Their moveset. Like, I'm trying to think, if you were to go in, I'm not thinking this from like a no-hit thing where you do kind of what I did of sitting back, baiting attacks out so you could get like good punish windows. If you were to lock onto Amygdala and try and fight him normally with like your quick dodges, the Amygdala seems horrible to fight like that. Shadows, you don't do that with. I mean, even on my first well, it's a little unfair because I understand how FromSoft games work. So getting to Bloodborne, my first playthrough, I wasn't just running at Shadows and then just bashing my head into the wall. Like, Amygdala's moveset's good. It's fun, but locking on and doing your quick dodges, there are definitely some roll catches and stuff that is not good. And their moveset it looks cool, but the whole theme is hitting the Amygdala's arms. Every now and then you could hit their head, right? But it's very rare to do that. Amygdala's fun. They're fun. I'm thinking this from like a casual. Okay, I just stop thinking this tier list as a casual. I'm switching it. Just subjective, purely subjective. Um. Okay, something like that. Something like that. There you go. Switch those around. I like Dark Beast Pearl over. I don't know. Fuck. Cleric Beast, Dark Beast Pearl. I like the moveset more on Cleric, but I like Pearl's look more. I'll just keep them there. I think they're perfect. One Reborn, D tier. We could easily get these out. It's just like these are quick. These are quick. Which one's the worst one out of them all? Like this is just boring, but it's simple. This is boring and annoying. This just because of his look, he goes above these guys. Mikulash, because there's certain things that I can do to avoid him being annoying in my playthroughs, I'll go up a little bit. Bloodborne just sucks, man. He's one of the coolest looking bosses with one of the coolest cutscenes. And then you just fight that. Like with Bloodborne, I was going to talk about this, and you're like, oh, it's just a good boss after good boss after good boss. But then you like step back and you look and you're like, oh shit, wait, there's maybe only 5 good bosses in the game. A and S are bosses that I would basically I come back to Bloodborne to fight. Alright? That's A and S. I'm not coming back to Bloodborne to fight Amygdala. I'm not coming back for Bloodstarved Beast, for Ligarius, for Rom, for Shadow. You get my point. A and S, I'm coming back for Bloodborne just to fight. And you can see how many of them where I'm just like, I don't care to come fight these guys. In my playthroughs, I hardly go to the Canehurst Castle. There's no point unless you really like Ligarius. He's not a bad boss, but in his second phase, he just spams the sword attack where he slams his sword into the ground and all the swords shoot out. Horrible. And he's more of a caster than he just attacks with his actual like scythe looking thing. Just disappointing. Like Bloodborne is so good, but man, it's worth it. Again, for me, Bloodborne shines is when you're in the DLC. Here, let's continue doing base game. Murgo, I think she's a good bottom A tier. Ebrietas, if she didn't have like the weird rock thing in her second phase where you get hit, she would be in B tier. Should be ahead of these guys actually. I'd rather fight Ebrietas than all of them. But since she has that second phase thing, C tier. She's cool looking. Her arena again. It's my favorite arena in the game. But that second phase is just disgusting. German, S tier. He's up there with like the best final bosses. And there's very few. There's very few. Moon Presence. They would be low, super low, if it was an Elden Beast and Radagon situation where you had to fight Moon Presence every time. Because like with Elden Ring, Radagon is a really good boss. I would say he's like A+, almost S tier, if we're just talking about Elden Ring. But he gets pulled down because you also have to fight Elden Beast with Radagon. And if Elden Ring did what Bloodborne did, where you were given basically an option, Elden Beast would be like C tier, B tier, Radagon would be S. But since it's forced, they all go down like one. But since you can choose to fight Moon Presence, I think high B tier, maybe even low A tier. Nah, there are a couple attacks that are just annoying, and her second phase where she like shoots all the blood down, it's annoying. And oh my, Bloodborne has this thing where it's the most annoying thing ever. It's more of nitpicky. Them moving a lot of times have a hitbox. The amount of times from fighting them and they just move an inch back or forward, and it's not even an attack, it's just them moving. I take no damage, but I get hit. That's just a nitpick thing. But my god, is it annoying. And Moon Present has a lot of it. Cleric has a lot of it. I think Ebrietas, like so many have it. So many have it. And it's the most annoying thing ever. It's my biggest gripe now that I could play it in like 120 FPS at 1440p. It's my biggest gripe now. Which is so good to say. Which is so good to say about Bloodborne. Ludwig, again, the DLC shines here. I should put Gehrman more up, and I should put Ludwig. I think he's a good... Gascoigne is a really good S-tier gatekeeper. Actually, I like Ludwig more... If I could put Vicar Amelia in her own thing, where it just says personal favorite, I would. Because, realistically, is she the best Bloodborne boss? No. You know what? I'll put her back here. This is just a personal ranking. I think she's just my favorite. So, we'll keep her there. Realistically, this is where she would be, maybe here. Living Failures brings down the DLC so hard, it's not even funny, man. Because it's right before Lady Maria. So the Living Failures are gatekeeping one of the best bosses in the DLC. Like, why are you in it? In my opinion, would it not have been cool to just open that door, walk out, and you see them all just having their hands up instead of actually fighting them? Because then you actually have to fight them, and they're just miserable to fight. And you have to fight them if you want to go fight Kaz or Lady Maria. It's so bad. It's so bad. I don't understand why they're a boss. Because you already have them. You already have them right here, man. Was the reception so great on these guys? They're like, fuck it, let's have the DLC also have one of them. I don't get it. So bad, so bad. I think realistically, though... Nah... Even in the main game, I was gonna say it's like maybe it's because they're just in the DLC is why I hate them so much. Because the DLC, in my opinion, is the greatest FromSoft DLC ever made. They have yet to make a better one. You just went, huh? The fuck did this guy say? I have a full video that I rant for like 30 minutes if you want to see why I think Shadow the Tree isn't the best, and it's not even close. Forget which one. I think it's when I start the DLC. That's when I rant for way too long. But I was gonna say maybe, just maybe, because they're in the DLC. That's why I hate them so much, is because how good the DLC is. But even them, like thinking them in the main game, I would not want them replacing these guys. Like, I would rather fight these any day over Living Failures. So bad. Lady Maria. High A tier, maybe S. Just Bloodborne, S tier. FromSoft. Okay, if we're talking like FromSoft altogether, I would say just move everyone down one except Ludwig, Gehrman, and that's it. So like Vicar would go into A, Lady Maria would go into A, Moon Presence would be in C. Yeah. So just move everyone down one. So these guys would be in F tier, right? They should be right now actually. There's boring. No, there's some pretty bad FromSoft bosses, so this one would definitely go in F tier. I think everyone else would just stay in D. But yeah, move everyone down one if we're talking about all FromSoft. If we're just talking about Bloodborne, Lady Maria definitely is S. I'd put her higher than Gascoigne. I just don't like her third phase, when she has the fire magic. Or the fire blood. The boss become like very skewed. Very annoying to fight. And I think that's literally the only reason. Because everything about her is cool. Cutscene, her arena, her look, story, her weapon. I mean, her moveset's pretty fucking cool. It's interesting. Like, it's very different from all the other movesets. The one thing I could give this game, no NPC fights, unless you go to the Chalice dungeons. Because then you end up fighting, like, there's no NPC fights that stop you from progressing anything. Elden Ring, like, oh my fucking god, dude. It's the one thing Bloodborne... you gotta clap it up for Bloodborne with that. Dude, there's not one NPC fight that stops you from doing anything. Like, I would fight Living Failures any day. Any day. Over the Leda fight. You know what I mean? An NPC fight stopping something. Holy shit, man. I'm so glad there's none of that in Bloodborne. And you could say that's how it is with Mikolash. But Mikolash is more of like a gimmick NPC fight that you could, if you've kept up with all the videos I've done, it makes him a joke. You know what I mean? Like the strategy or the tactic that I use, it makes him a joke. You don't even fight him. We gotta move on. This is taking too long. Cause, it's gonna sound outlandish. He's definitely an S tier, but I think he's overrated. I think people say he's like the hardest boss ever made. His moveset's not bad, but it's not that fun to fight. There's just like weird status that Cause has. Like people are saying he's the hardest boss. But if I'm trying to think of difficulty wise, not any of these bosses are really difficult. This is again with what I said. Like older games, once you learn about like strafing, like once you just learn, they become so easy. And a lot of people when they play these games, they bash their head into the wall until they finally kill them. And I think that's why people might say Cause is hard. I do watch people who play FromSoft games, and 9 times out of 10 the way they play them is they'll get their biggest weapon, or maybe they're a dex build or something. They get their strongest weapon they can, and they just fucking just charge them, and they'll spam R1 or R2 in the hopes that they could kill them before they get killed. They don't really try and learn the moveset. It's more of kind of just wanting to get over this hurdle. And that's why I'm like, oh, okay, I can see why Cause is hard, because Cause does not allow you, once you learn him, he does not allow you to generally, you can't do that. You can't get in his face and spam R1. You can't do that. Lady Maria, you can do that. Gehrman, you can do that. Gascoigne, you can do that. Vicar Millie, you can do that. Pearl, Cleric, Murgo, Moon Presence, Bloodstarved Beast, Shadows, Ligarius. Like everybody in this list, you could just straight up walk up and just spam R1. The only ones that you maybe can't do, Ludwig, that's it. Just Ludwig. Yeah, it was Ludwig. Because think about it, really. Cause, he has no hit stun. When you get close to him, he immediately gets into an attack that has high posture, again, with no hit stun. Everybody else on this list has hit stun or limb breaking. Cause does not have that. Maria, hit stun. Gehrman, hit stun. Gascoigne, hit stun. Limb breaking, limb breaking, limb breaking. Moon Presence, limb breaking, limb breaking, limb breaking. I think you get my point. Limb breaking. Maybe no, hit stun. Rom, I don't give a fuck. I'm so, dude, fuck you, Rom. You're getting lower. You're getting lower. Hit stun. This doesn't matter. Limb breaking. Do you see, you get my point. You get my point. Cause doesn't have that. Cause doesn't have hit stun, nor does he have limb breaking. Every boss in this game, limb breaking or hit stun. He doesn't have that. So you have to learn Cause. And I think that's where people were like, that's why people say he's the hardest. It's because like you're forced to learn Cause. Every other fight you're not forced to learn. This game, Bloodborne is not the easiest. Bloodborne's not the easiest. I think Elden Ring is still the easiest FromSoft game. And then next to like, that's like DS3. I exclude the older games because comparing the older games to the newer games, like comparing DS3 to DS1 is a lot different. Elden Ring to DS1, a lot different. Bloodborne to DS1 is also a lot different. I think Bloodborne is where they're like, it was just them leveling up, honestly, on design and stuff after Bloodborne. Bloodborne was their wake up on just making better games rather than continuing the DS1 formula. But it's so hard to compare older games, so I don't really try to. And then okay, let's continue. I'm taking way too long on this. I'm taking way too long. Lawrence, you're so cool. I would have been so fine with him just being a reskinned cleric beast that just has fire and a few extra new moves. Oh man, he would just be above cleric beast because that's all it would be. It would just be cleric beast with a few extra moves with fire. His second face where he's crawling on the ground like a fucking man-child. It's so bad. It's so bad. I think he's just C. I think he's just top C tier. And then also they gave him... Does he have the highest health pool? He definitely feels like he has the highest health pool. I know bleed weapons, like blood tinge weapons, are horrible against him. So my damage output towards Clarence was really bad. But my god, bro. That guy had so much health. He would be top A tier if he actually was just a reskinned cleric. I don't mind. People hate on FromSoft because it's like, oh, they just reuse assets. They reskin things. They do. FromSoft does it in a way where, like in my opinion, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, 1. But 2, they do it in a way where even if they do reskin or reuse something, it ends up always feeling different and unique. Okay, let's actually fix it though. I just put them, basically what I was doing was just putting them in the tier list. Now let's fix the tier list real quick. Let's fix it real quick. Cause is a lot higher. I'd say Cause is something, I personally like Gehrman more than Cause. I think Ludwig is the best Bloodborne boss. It's a good mix of the limb breaking difficulty, learning the boss, has a different phase 1 than a different phase 2. It's not just like, it's like a complete different boss in phase 2. And it's really hard to do that and still make it good. I want to just take Rom and the One Reborn completely off the fucking list. I want to take all these guys off the list right here. I'm giving Rom too bad of a deal because he's just boring, and that's the only reason he's low here. He's not bad. Well, he's bad, but he's just mostly boring for me. And if we were doing a full tier list, holy fuck, it would just look like this, man. I could do these quick. And then you have the Chalice Dungeon bosses, and you look at the list again and you go, oh wow, yeah, their boss consistency sucks. But yeah, say I want to go fight like the good Chalice Dungeon. I forget which one's the good one out of these. If you want to go fight the good Chalice Dungeon ones, you first have to fight so many bad bosses and enemies to get to the ones you enjoy. So you just end up going, why would I? Like, these guys start ending up, when you add Chalice Dungeon bosses, you start going, you know what, Moon Presence wasn't that bad. You start putting them in A tier and stuff. Amygdala wasn't that bad. Bloodstar Bees, you know? I gotta end this. I'm gonna end up talking for 9 years. It's probably way too long already. I don't even know if I'll include this, because this will make the video go from like 20 minutes to an hour. So I don't know if I'll include all this. If you stuck along and watched every part, that's insane. Now that I am done with it though, I have no idea kind of what I'm going to do next. I was checking out this Ascended mod, but it's looking a lot like the mods that I hate from soft games, like the hard mods in quotations. I'll look more into it. Maybe I'll play a little bit of it, see if I enjoy it or not. But it looks like the classic hard mod, you know? Because if I don't do that, I'll just do randomizer. Do you want to see anything though? I wouldn't mind any suggestion. Just let me know. But again, if you made it this far, thank you. Peace out.